Well, hey family, this is Darlene with Jewelry by BDK. Wanted to stop by like really quick and answer a couple of emails that I got. In addition to the emails, I've gotten a couple of questions via Facebook as well. And the questions are basically about platforms. Which platforms? I can never tell you which platforms to use. I would only say just experiment with the different platforms, be it Instagram, be it TikTok, be it Facebook, YouTube, whatever platform you want to post your content. I say go for it, and whichever one works for you, it just works for you. But remembering, any platform that you choose, it is going to take you some work. So you have to post content, right? So for me, I want if there's a platform that is kind of sort of pretty much promising me that they're going to pay me, right, without me having 1 million followers, 100,000 followers, and all these other things that go along with it, chances are I'm going to go with the platform that's promising me something, and I can see that they answer their promises and they grant their promises. That's YouTube. So if YouTube says to you, hey, creator, if you get 4,000 watch hours and you can come up with 1,000 subscribers, that's almost like going to the bank and saying, hey, I want to get a loan because I want to purchase a home. So the bank says, hey, if you can come up with an 800, 750, 800 credit score in addition to 30%, guess what? We will give you a loan for whatever the amount that you're asking for, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to do everything in your power to make sure that your credit is on point. You're going to make sure that you're cutting back on expenses. You're cutting back on going out. You're cutting out. You're going to do everything that you can to come up with that 30% so that you can put it down on a brand new home, in addition to making sure that your credit is where it should be. Because they've promised you. They said, okay, well, hey, this is all we need from you. So it goes with YouTube and my mindset and my thoughts when it comes to YouTube. So if YouTube said to me, hey, Darlene, if you come up with, if you can do this yourself, get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch views all on your own, with you being consistent, with you having the discipline, with you uploading content, with you doing all these things, guess what will happen after that? We will pay you. We will pay you to keep uploading content. And in addition to that, we will help you at some point push your content, because what YouTube does, it matches your content with watchers, right? It finds watchers for your content, not content for your watchers. So it's like, have you ever noticed when you go on YouTube and you click on a video, you'll watch that video, right? And then the next time you come to YouTube, videos all like that one video that you watch, all of a sudden they just come out of nowhere. Why do you think that is? Because you have literally called those videos to you. And that's what YouTube does, right? So in order for the video selection to change, so you don't see any more of those types, because it could be something as quick as like I don't know, like a quick story. Like something happens in the news and you go on there and you're looking for that story and you just want to see what's going on with that story. All of a sudden, you will begin to see stories like that, or all the stories that come from that particular news outlet, right? So in order to change the selection that you are now receiving, you have to start looking at other videos, right? So at some point now you're looking for videos on making jewelry, you're looking on documentaries, you're looking for home decor, and then all of a sudden all your videos become that. It's like, okay, well, how's this change? Well, because YouTube knows. They want to give you the videos that you want to watch. So what happens with our videos, when not even necessarily a subscriber, but when a person watches our video, what will happen the next time when they come back to YouTube, if we have something for them to watch, YouTube will begin to push our videos out to those people, because those people have already said, this is what I want to watch. This is what I like to watch. So YouTube's whole thing is, I want to give you what you want. So that creator has more videos just like that. Not just like that, but that's what this creator does, right? So then that means more of your videos will begin to get kind of pushed out to that viewer, because that is what that viewer wants to see, as opposed to them pushing videos out to people that don't want to see that. That's not what they want to see. So like for me, I don't want to see people getting shot. I don't want to see kidnappings. I don't want to see crime. I don't want to see none of that kind of stuff, right? Every once in a while I might watch snippets of news and that type of stuff, but I don't want that to be my selections when I go into YouTube, right? So it goes for other people. So the more content that you upload on YouTube, guess what happens? The more subscribers you begin to get, the more views you begin to get. But if you don't have anything for YouTube to recommend to the people that watched your previous videos, how much sense does it make? Because they're not going to keep pushing the same exact videos that you already have out to those people. So you can have 19 subscribers right now and maybe I don't know, 10 videos, 20 videos, right? So if you already have those 19 subscribers, chances are those 19 subscribers have already watched every video that you have. And the way that you know that is because your video count, right? You got 19 subscribers and one video might have 100 and something views on it. So that means whoever your subscribers are, chances are they've watched that video once or more than once. And then you have others that are not subscribers that are watching the videos, right? But YouTube is not going to keep pushing out the same exact video to those people. So that's why you have to have more content. Content, content, content. And then watch this. We sit and we create every day. Some people probably all day. You know, if that's what you do, if that's your daily, your everything, your grind, your money making, you probably do sit and make stuff every single day. So every single day, come up with some content. And if you think about it in terms of customers, right? So let's say your viewers are your customers. You want to make sure that you have product for your customers, and the product is what? It's your videos, right? And it's not just something that's just thrown together. You want to keep in mind, you want to produce content that is of quality and of substance, right? So for me, anytime I sit down and create something, I'm already knowing whatever it is that I create, I want somebody to look at it and say, you know what? I could make that, or I could make it better than that. And I don't have a problem with that at all, period. Because I understand that anything I put into the public domain, there is the chance or the potential for someone to duplicate it. That's why whatever you put in video, make sure you're comfortable with doing that. You know, if you're sharing tips, if you're sharing just little hacks and all that type of stuff, just remember you're sharing it in a public domain. So you can't get mad at nobody because they use what you shared. You shared it. And the reason why you shared it is because guess what? You want people to know, hey, this is the little tip that I be doing. This is a little hack that I be doing that makes sense for me when I'm making my jewelry, right? And if you don't want people to utilize the tip or the hack, stop putting the word tutorial. Stop putting the word step by step. Stop putting the word do it yourself. Don't use those words if you don't want people to do what it is that you're doing, right? So, and I said this before, we all live in different states, different towns, different cities. What are the chances of any one of us being at the same place at the same time selling jewelry? That is far and in between. I mean, that is so far and in between. That's crazy to me where people will do that. They'll put something on video. Now you're mad because Jan, Jill, Bob, Walter, Sam, and Susie done made the same thing, but in their own way. But you mad because they use the technique that you put on video. That's stupid to me. That don't even make no sense right there. But anyway, the platform that pays is the platform that Miss Darlene gonna be on. Now, whatever platform you plan to be on, by all means, you do you, right? But for me, I see the benefit in YouTube. Now, the other platforms is good too, and they take a lot more work than it does with YouTube. A lot more work than what it does. And I know that because people are saying to me that I got this many followers. I'm posting content every day. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but there is no benefit coming from it. Well, there's no promise. There's no promise coming from any of those platforms like it is from YouTube. YouTube is literally promising you. They're saying a thousand subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, and we got you. We got you. As long as your videos comply with our community guidelines, you can get paid. More than likely, more than likely. But it's like I'm gonna be somewhere where they paying me. I'm not gonna be being somewhere and putting in all that time and putting in all that work, and then there's no benefit. Because if you think about it, the more work, that you do, at some point you begin to get burned out, or you begin to get frustrated because you don't see a return on your investment. And see, I say this all the time. I'm an investor. I invest in stocks and all kind of stuff. And I see long term. I don't see right now at this very moment. That's not what I see. I see projected. I see way out there. And I see way out there for YouTube. I don't see way out there for Instagram and TikTok. Now, I do frequent those platforms, but those platforms are not my primary place to plant seeds at. It's YouTube. So when you ask me, you say, well, Darlene, what do you think is the best platforms? I can't tell you what the best platforms are for you. I would just say, try the platforms and see if they be true for you, if they work for you. And if they don't work for you and you put in enough time and you don't see a return on your investment, at some point you don't have to let it go, but try something else. I mean, and for me, it's like whoever paying me, that's where I'm going. Oh God. And that's YouTube. One other thing I was going to say too, that some of the bigger channels, because I will watch a couple of these bigger channels that talk about how to build your YouTube and like all this other type of stuff. So one of them was talking about, well, tags are not important and you don't really need the tags and all that other kind of stuff. Yet you got 1 million subscribers. Yet you're saying that tags are not important. Yet your tag area is populated with tags. So if tags are not important, 1 million subscribers, why would you even be using tags? You know why they're using tags? Because tags are important. They may not be the ultimate in importance, but they are important. So if you who have 1 million subscribers on your channel, a million point something, right? And you are still using tags, yet in your videos, you say that tags are not necessary. They're not really important. Well, if they weren't really important, you wouldn't be putting tags in your little tag area. So don't let these people tell you that type of stuff either, especially when you're like a small channel. You want to do anything and everything you can within the community guidelines to do what it takes to grow your channel. That means just putting in the work. That means putting in the work. That means producing really good videos, really good content. A couple of people are like doing videos. And the most wonderful thing for me to see is you guys in your element. You're in your element. One lady, her little girl's in the background and she doing her thing and she talking and, like her being just living in her existence, right? So that is her environment. That is her reality. And that's good stuff. And that's what you want. You want the realness of who you are as a creator. Not everybody's background and everybody's environment is going to be quiet and nobody in it. That's not even real stuff. That's not real stuff. And I think I did the video and I was talking about when you go into your analytics, and then you go into, is it devices? You go in analytics and I think you go to more, and for more you click on devices. And when you click on devices, it will show you what devices people are watching your product from. So when I went in, people were actually watching my product from television, from their television set, right? How cool is that? So if your environment is what your environment is, that's like the coolest thing ever, because it's like watching TV. It's like just watching a real, now see, that's, what's these little programs they got going on and they call them, oh my God, what is that they call them? I'm talking about, these little shows where they watch people and all in their life and stuff and all that other kind of stuff. What is that they call them shows? See, I don't even watch this stuff. But you know what I'm talking about. So if you're in your home and baby girl is moving around doing what baby girl is doing, and we hear baby girl in the background, that's real life stuff. That's good stuff. That's your environment. That's your personality. That's you. That's your element. And there is nothing wrong with that. And guess what? If people don't want to watch it, people just don't have to watch it. Now, if there's something that's just like absolutely out of control and all that crazy kind of stuff, we all know better than that, right? But the thing is, we want to be in our environments. We want to be in our element. We want to present who we are and why we are, right? That is what draws people into to our channels. When they hit subscribe, they're hitting subscribe because they say, hey, I like you. I like you and I like what you bring. That's basically what people are doing. They're subscribing to you, and whatever you delivered on video is what they're liking, right? That's what they're liking, and that's good stuff. And that's why I always thank people who subscribe to the channel. I thank you. I do not take that for granted at all, period. There's too many other channels, right? You didn't have to hit subscribe when you hit subscribe for my channel, but I appreciate you. Absolutely positively. You know that. But anyway, I just want to stop and say that whatever platform works for you, that's a platform that works for you. And just try the platforms because people are asking me that, and it's some of the same people that's asking me the same questions like kind of over and over again. And if you find that I am not answering you, I'm not answering you because I've already answered you. I've already answered you. So if I've already answered you, I'm not going to keep answering you, and you've already asked me the same question. We have to be respectful of everybody's time across the board, mine included. Okay, because I would never do that to any of you all. And if I ask you a question, you answer the question for me. That's all I need. I don't need to keep asking you 1,000 times. And I think it's a thing of people wanting to be convinced, to do something. I'm not doing that. That's not my job to do that. My job is not to convince you to do anything, right? The channel is meant to inspire and motivate those of us who create mainly jewelry, right? So if you do hear something or you see something here on the channel and you're inspired to do something, that's good stuff, but to say, hey, do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that's not my job. Because if something don't turn out right, then you be coming back saying, oh, well, Miss Darlene, you told me. Miss Darlene never said that. Miss Darlene never told you that. And I say that all the time. I say whatever works for you. My whole thing is YouTube. And the reason why my whole thing is YouTube, because YouTube promised to pay me. As long as I comply with their community guidelines, as long as I get 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 views, and comply with their community guidelines, they will pay me. And they pay me. So that's my whole thing. And then from that, you build on top of it, because if you think about it, it's a free platform that helps you to promote your business. If you think about it. So, and everybody is on YouTube. So you can use all the other platforms if you wanted to drive those people from those platforms to YouTube to do what? To meet you, to hang out with you, to have conversations with you, and really truly see what you do as a jewelry maker, as a jewelry designer, right? They really get to see who you are when they watch the videos. And even when they come on live, like what I'm doing right now. A lady asked me about that the other day. Do I come onto the videos when I'm making the jewelry? No, I don't. And the reason being, because I want the concentration to be on the jewelry, not on me. Every once in a while I was in a video, but not to be in the video making the jewelry and doing all that. I'm just not doing all that. But I will pop on the video every once in a while, like I'm doing right now. And that was only to answer a couple of questions because people had questions and about the platforms and all that kind of stuff. So, and like I said, some of those questions I already answered. And if I don't answer you, it's only because I've already answered or I've answered it in the video. So if I do answer you back and I say, hey, there's a video on the channel that talks about that. There's a video on the channel that talks about that. I'm not going to answer that again. I'm just not doing all that. Or another thing, like in the comments, if it takes me forever to answer the comments back, that is not on purpose. That one is not on purpose, for real. I just be busy. Or if you have said quite a bit, my intention is to come back and have the conversation with you when I get time. So there are times I will click the heart and I'll click the thumbs up. And I'll do that only because at that moment, I don't have time to, like have that full conversation. Or what I will do is like when there's a full conversation from you, I might say like, thanks for chatting or something like that. But my intent is to come back and then follow up with the conversation. Sometimes that don't always work, but I do be trying. So, and I don't ever want somebody to feel like you're not appreciated, because you are. You really are. And I don't just live my life that way, through this video. I live my life like that in real life, right? You get what you give. And if you never give anything, you never get anything, right? I don't live my life like that. But anyway, I think that was it. Answering those emails and having them conversations. And again, thank you for being a part of the Jewelry by BDK community on Facebook and here at YouTube. And guess what, family? We'll talk.